Welcome back, everyone. This is Akanar here with more Elden Ring, and I've been doing some backtracking here in the Nameless Eternal City. We'll talk about that in a moment. We also last time ended by taking on Fia's gang squad, is what I'm calling them, here at the Prince of Death's throne. I had not seen the name yet of the Site of Grace, the bonfire. We'll be getting back to that as well. There's also a piece of, we need to read Fia's Mist, the spell that we picked up. There's a bit of housekeeping that we need to do here, but we're going to start with addressing this backtracking that I was doing, as I was really not sure that we had explored thoroughly enough in some of these places. And sure enough, this tower up here at the top had a very, in retrospect, a very obvious item that I just missed somehow. It is the first time that it's happened in Elden Ring that I have missed an obvious item. It is just 3 nascent butterflies, so no real big deal there. But I did go back through a lot of this area and rechecking the various spots that we had kind of gone by that I wasn't convinced we had thoroughly explored. And I did, in fact, find one other spot on the map, which we will see if I can make it down to here. I will mention that in the process of backtracking and exploring, I did encounter, or I did fall my way into a silly science death. So we need to increment, note to self, to increment the death counter by 1. Because I just, in the process of, I wasn't even like running away from any of these scuffed gargoyles. Wait, what the heck? What the heck am I looking at here? I don't think I was actually even like, because I had to re-kill a bunch of these gargoyles. I'm distracted all of a sudden by a, what is this? Apparently one of the basilisks that I killed somehow, upon game reload, has ragdolled itself into this position. So, you know, if only I could do that with every single basilisk in the game. I just wish I had that ability. But I did have a silly science death as that basilisk is sort of kind of engaged in some kind of silliness. But I just jumped the wrong way. I just took a wrong turn with Torrent and fell to my death. It was very, very embarrassing in my my off-camera session that was being recorded, but I feel like it's not even worth showing you guys. I think you can use your imaginations on this one. Me falling to my death. I did find a couple golden centipedes. I just put the markers here so I would remind myself to say, hey, I found some golden centipedes. Isn't that cool? Get rid of those. This treasure here, that was the piece of loot that we just picked up, and this is the other piece of loot that we are in the vicinity of, because this was one very notable part that we skipped over somehow. I did not find, well, off camera I found it, as you can tell by all of the myriad dead basilisks. And let me tell you, I had quite the fun time casting Wrath of Gold. It's too bad that I can't ragdoll them with my Wrath of Gold spell. But you know, maybe we will run into some more basilisks. And if we don't, we can always come back to this spot and just, you know, kind of have some catharsis by killing a whole bunch of basilisks with AoE spells. And also picking up a rune arc. Okay, there we go. So, we are starting off the episode with some notable items that we have found before in many different locations. And now we can take this off the list, or we can take this marker off the map. And now we can head back up here to, I think I'm now ready to respawn all the enemies in this area. We have our finger reader crone over here, which we might want to check back in with her just to see. Why don't we? No, let's go back, and we have to conclude our business with Fia. We had some dialogue with Fia for a very brief moment, and then we I took a pause because I just wanted to think about the choice that was being presented to us. I think now, having had that little time to think, I think that the choice is actually pretty clear. That there's no way we can take up, we can no longer consider taking Fia's embrace after all of the stuff that she has been up to. Roger, Dee, even Lionel, who we kind of have a kinship with now, having worn his headgear for some time. And then there's this business. It kind of made me think, if I'm being honest, it made me think about what we saw at the bottom of Stormvale Castle. I kind of want to go back to Stormvale Castle maybe in a minute and just compare. The visual there, whatever we saw way back when, down at the bottom of Stormvale, is that in any way related to this? These are both, they are both incredibly strange sights. But also, this is supposed to be the Prince of Death's throne? Are you serious? This cannot be the Prince of Death. Can it? What the hell do I know? There does seem to be a huge ass fishtail here. This is one just beautiful mermaid, isn't it? If that's what we're looking at. Godwyn turned into a mermaid. A fly death infested mermaid. Okay. All right. It's time to give Fia the brush off. Let's actually, before we do that, let's very quickly check this item that I forgot to read as we were wrapping up last time. Fia's Mist. Sorcery of Fia, the Deathbed Companion. I did briefly read this off camera, so this is not the first time that I'm reading this. Creates a deathly mist before the caster, which inflicts death blight upon those who enter. So we now have the ability to cast death ourselves. Yay. This sorcery can be cast while in motion, charge and enhance the range of the mist. This sorcery was developed to oppose the Round Table Hold and is effective only against the Tarnished. Specifically developed to oppose the Round Table Hold. What exactly? It's still not fully clear to me why, what Fia has against the Round Table Hold, other than the fact that I guess she did say at one time, right? She said that she was kind of doing the whole Deathbed Companion thing, wherever she's from, but then she was awakened by grace as a Tarnished herself. And she didn't like that, I don't think. I think maybe she's held that resentment against the Round Table Hold in general. Like, I didn't want to be a part of your guys's, calling to one of you get the Elden Lord thingy back. Maybe. We need to know more, but one way or another, Fia does not care for us so much. Although she would, I think, be more than happy to utilize us along at just maybe in the same way that she utilized poor Roger and Lionel, who I have to feel their spirits or whatever we fought against were being co-opted against their will.
Ah, there you are. I knew you would come. What is it you intend? To deny us and our ways, like the dogmatic brutes of the Golden Order?
Yes. Pretty much. Yes. I wouldn't say that we're dogmatic here about the whole Golden Order business. We do kind of we do entertain the flame of frenzy, but we don't go so far as to entertain death, I don't think. At least not on this playthrough.
I see. Then you must kill me, for I am the companion of Godwyn, Prince of Death. I wish to be a mother to those who live in death. So it is that any loathing, any hatred that overshadows them, I must bear, as a matter of duty, with my own flesh.
You must kill me, she says.
Go on. Kill me. You deny us, do you not? Because we deign to live in death. wish our Lord to rise to glory.
So, it's not going to be enough, apparently, to just keep her at arm's length. We have to finish her ourselves. I don't feel great about that. Even though all the crap that I just talked about Fia. Maybe that's what has to be done, though.
I see. Then you must kill me, for I am the companion of Godwyn, Prince of Death. I wish to be a mother to those who live in death. So it is that any loathing, any hatred that overshadows them, I must bear, as a matter of duty, with my own flesh.
Oh, crap. Well, now I'm not sure. Now you're asking me to take matters into my own hands and do in a Dark Souls character. Sorry, an Elden Ring character. Yeah, I know there's been all sorts of our friends that have died along the way, but and maybe we sent some of them to their death, like Bach. But that was unknowingly. I did not know. I was not intending to send Bach to an untimely demise. Maybe we're just going to leave you here for now. Maybe we're just going to actually delay that decision a little bit longer. Let's see what happens if we rest. Is she still here? I have a feeling she's going to be hanging out here until we finally decide. Yeah, she's still there. Well, then we're going to wait on this one. I'm going to continue to mull over that decision since it wasn't as straightforward as I thought. There's more involved with Fia. And we need to get some more to the story. We need to potentially see what is through that sending gate, as well as explore the rest of this area. So why don't we're going to go ahead and respec things a little bit here. This Elden Stars unfortunately turned out to be a little bit disappointing. What I am going to do is we're going to switch over to, I want to try out this new Ash of War that we got. We're going to switch to our Giant Crusher. And we're also going to have to readjust our weight here. We're going to have to readjust our armor to account for that fact. And unfortunately, our armor set is maybe going to look a little bit on the scuff side here. Well, I mean, that's fancy, but I don't love how it fits together. One way or the other, I will get my armor straightened out, but the main point that I wanted to get to here is that I want to try this new Ash of War that we just picked up, which is called what? This guy, the Golden Land. I want to try Golden Land and see how it plays out. Thrust armament into the ground, then gather strength to unleash a blast of sacred energy that coalesces into golden darts. This is the Avatar shit, right? And follow up with a strong attack to swing the armament in a sweeping strike. Let's try it. I want to try it. I want to try it. Golden Land. Let's go. Oh, I just I didn't think about the fact that it could potentially shoot Fia. Let's go a little bit farther away from Fia. We may want to shoot Fia eventually, but I'm going to think about it. Now, so yeah, so this is what the Erdtree avatars do. I'm curious whether those are those little... Oh, that is cool. Okay, I like that follow-up attack. I kind of spammed the R2 button there. I'm wondering if those little holy beams are actually going to just shoot randomly, or will they actually target whoever we are targeting? We are going to, I think, temporarily focus on Faith to get us up to... even though the Elden Stars was a little bit underwhelming from what I was hoping it would be, it would still be nice to just have it in there as an option to be able to cast naturally without putting on some ugly-ass fucking gear. So we're gonna level Faith at least to the point where a Rune Arc would get us up to 50. So let's do that. And we do get a little bit of boost to our Sacred hammer that we're gonna try here. And give me a moment, and I will also readjust my armor, and I'm gonna tweak my spells a little bit as well. All right, I think this is the lineup we're gonna try out here. I'm gonna give another shot at these aspects of the Crucible. We do have that Crucible Knight armor now that does boost these potentially. I need to test out exactly how much it gets boosted, but I just, in general, these spells have felt just okay, and I want to give them another shot though. I want to, especially this tail, which we have. I don't know. I feel like I've tried it on a few different occasions, and it has always been. Maybe we've been in the wrong situation to use it. I don't know. We're gonna leave as well a fire, a lightning, and a black flame option, and some shadow bait, and a Lord's Heal just in case. Like we'll leave us some other interesting options. But I am gonna try it temporarily though to steer back into the holy school of magic, and we will see how that goes. Sophia is hanging out here. She potentially wants us to kill her or embrace her, and I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with that. So. What I am curious to check though very quickly is why don't we go back to Stormvale Castle if I can think of the right spot here. I think the lift side chamber is where we want to go. Let's very quickly look at, it's been a while, but we're going to take a quick glance at this spot. I have also adjusted our armor set a little bit here. We're rocking some of the Leyendell Knight armor, which is cool. Feels a little more holy, just a little bit. But I think this is the way we want to go. We go down this way in order to get back to the bottom of Stormvale Castle. It has been so long since we took on a tree spirit down here. We'll run past some rats. Hopefully run past some rats. Hopefully. And not run into a dead end. There we go. Okay, all right. This was where we of course saw Roger's bloodstain. Maybe that bloodstain is still here. That bloodstain is still here apparently. If I can touch that bloodstain. There we go. Poor Roger. He has been through it, hasn't he? He has been through it. And then this thing. Is this what we see? Is this what we see at the... Like, the eyes are very creepy. I don't know about this big old nose, though. Okay, let's save that mental picture. Save that mental picture and head back to the Prince of Death's throne for another side-by-side here one more time. I don't think this is the same creature, but it does the aesthetic kind of... Well, hold on. Now that I got to look at that nose again, now I'm not so sure. Maybe we're onto something, folks. I wonder now if that is, in fact, the same creature. Could this really be the Prince of Death? What the fuck? I'm also noticing there is what appears to be a bracelet over here. A bracelet. Do we need to go back and look at the story trailer to see, was Godwin wearing a bracelet that looked like that? What other details are there here that we can potentially... How we can potentially piece this together? That would be the craziest, one of the craziest twists out of the many that Elden Ring has had if this turns out to be Godwin. Obviously, don't tell me, just like everything else in the game. Let me try to figure it out. Let me be stupefied and mystified. Or perhaps dead on target. I don't know yet. For now, let's turn our attention to exploring the rest of this area. And we do also want to go through this sending gate at some point. And we also want to go into that coffin that we have down here, which I have also marked on the map. But I think we're saving those for the last things we do in this area. We want to keep exploring for now into the spots that we can access access via normal, quote-unquote, normal methods. Normal in being double jumping with our spectral steed from giant tree roots to the tops of precarious towers, because that's obviously very normal shit. So, okay, I want to try to make it to where this beacon is. I want to try to make it up to where the beacon is at, and I think, I want to say the way we can do that is by going up here. Right? There we go. Okay, we made it. That wasn't so hard. That wasn't so hard. Now that we're here, now what horrible shit is waiting to kill us? I think I see some ants. Oh, is that a hole in the ground? So it is. I apparently put my beacon directly in a hole in the ground that actually is not death. There is something to explore down there. Okay, so let's leave that beacon there, shall we? Let's turn our lantern back on. Get ourselves some bit of residual lighting here as we poke around in the crevices of this new plateau. This new waterfall plateau. See what we can find and what views we can take in. The Nameless Eternal City. It's definitely a rundown Eternal City. Not much left to it. And, okay. We do have some ranged spells to be able to deal with the flying ants. They seem to respond very well to our frenzied burst. Let's go ahead and take care of the ones that we can see. Please give me another charge up on my frenzied burst. Thank you very much. There's another one hiding over here. Oh. I thought I heard another enemy or something, but it was just the previous ant despawning. Uh-oh, I think this is a pumpkin head. I think this is a pumpkin head ant. So, we're gonna have to dismount here. So, Golden Land? How do you like Golden Land? Actually, it does pretty decently against you. Still not as good as I would have hoped. Probably just more effective to go up and smash. Go smash enemy with big hammer. Hammerhead versus giant crusher hammer. Who wins? That encounter at least went our way, but those guys do, they do a fair amount of damage. I am not comfortable at all against the hammerhead, pumpkinhead, whatever we want to call them. That version of ant definitely not a walk in the park. Okay, I think we've explored this. There's really not much to the plateau, unless there was somewhere to drop down here that I missed. Double checking very quickly, and then otherwise, this water, this water is it's a very milky. It is a somewhat milky water over here. Not making me thirsty, just to be clear. Not intending on imbibing said water. Okay, down we go. Now, I will also mention that I did go back to the beginning of the level to try to look around, because the map, what I see here on the map, kind of made me wonder if there was some path at the beginning that I had just overlooked that could somehow get us up to this area. We saw all the ants patrolling on this one big tree branch that we just was barely out of reach, and suggested to me that we needed to reach this area from up here somewhere, and maybe potentially there is some sort of underground or through the ground passage, and maybe this is it. Maybe this would lead us back to the beginning. We'll see. It could also be that sending gate by Fia. Oh no, is that a rune bear? I think I see a rune bear, guys. Maybe. Are we equipped to take on a rune bear? I would like to think so. Now I did equip this Prince of Death's pustule. That might have been a bit of an overreaction off camera, thinking like, you know, let's be really safe. I was running into so many basilisks while exploring. I don't think we need it against a rune bear. Let's give ourselves some stamina, shall we? Some stamina recovery is probably the better idea against Mr. Rune Bear. Also, hoping it's just a single rune bear, as in a solitary rune bear. I was not inquiring about your dating status. He has health. Okay, those do not. Oh my god, those do not. I should be drinking. Wow, we actually broke his stance. No. Let's drink. We broke his stance, but we didn't get the riposte. So, okay. I'm once again not going to be able to get the freaking riposte. This time it was just because the guy was next to the wall. The other time I was just too slow. But it looks like these beams, maybe they don't deal an insane amount of damage, but they do have a more significant stance breaking effect, it seems, than I would have guessed. Oh, Prince of Death's cyst. Did we just get an upgrade to the talisman that I literally just took off? This is a talisman. Did I just get? Oh my god. What are the chances sometimes? I wonder. 100% blind playthrough. I promise you guys. Also, did this bear drop this? The rune bear dropped the Prince of Death's cyst. Greatly raises vitality. Overgrown cyst taken from facial. Oh my god. I am realizing now. Okay. I might have to zoom in on this in post, but the same face that we just looked at. The face that was at the bottom of Stormvale, and I think the face that is on this Prince of Death's throne is in these talismans. There's two of them here. There's one that's right side up and one that's upside down. I think there's one on here as well that's upside down, maybe? Totally didn't see that before. And cannot unsee. It is said that this cyst came from the corrupted visage of one unable to die a true death. Indeed, it comes from the Prince of Death, scion of the Golden Bough, and first of the dead among the demigods. Okay, where did we just hear Golden Bough? Let me check my notes, 1 second. Because I could have sworn we just had a character who referenced Golden Bough. Was it the Finger Reader? No, not the Finger Reader. Fia? Did Fia say Golden Bough? I'm not sure that I actually... It might have been an item. Maybe... was there some other item that we just picked up that mentioned Golden Bough? Okay, I'm not sure where... I don't know that I took a note on it or where I know for sure, though. I feel very strongly that the term bow or the word bow came up somehow in our... I think it was last time. But I will say I have not actually edited the footage yet from last time, and so that is usually when I kind of fully absorb exactly what happened in an episode, is when I get to sit back in the spectator mode and take things in. So that is really interesting, though. First of all, it's gross as heck what we're looking at. But Scion of the Golden Bow and First of the Dead among the demigods. What the heck is the Golden Bow? What does that mean? All right, where are we going here? Can we summon? We can summon Torrent. Oh, we came back out here. Oh. There was a hidden tunnel here. I could have sworn that I looked behind some of these waterfalls, but I apparently did not look behind all of them. Fascinating. Okay, so we did not get a hidden tunnel leading to the area of the part of the area that we cannot access yet. I can see in here where all of the basilisks, the huge basilisk committee has respawned. And okay, that's a cool little hideout there that the Rune Bear had. And we have ruined that hideout. So with that, I suppose we will turn our attention to let's go to the warp point here. And I think we will start making our way toward there's a mausoleum over here. There is a mausoleum along with, oh, that's what I was actually going to, I remember what I was going to equip, because I think lightning does feel like it is more effective against these mausoleum knights. And I did want to give myself at least, yeah, maybe I don't need shadow bait. Maybe what I will do is I'll do Lanciax's glaive, and then I'll put the black flame over here. I like having at least one black flame spell, but Lanciax's glaive feels like it could be really nice against all of these mausoleum knights. So let's find out. It might be a really bad idea to take on 4 mausoleum knights all at once, but we're gonna find out. It might not even be necessary. I could just obviously do lightning bolts all at once, but you know, what is the fun in that? You've got to be able to sometimes use your Lanciax's glaive because it's just, you just want to feel like a badass. Okay, I need stamina. Every time that I'm using this hammer, I just need stamina. It's an ongoing battle to maintain the hold over your stamina, the command over your stamina. All right, let's turn our lantern on. And we have a nice option there. The Lanciax's glaive did not completely, I mean, it actually did pretty well. It did pretty well against them. So I shouldn't say it didn't complete, you know, I shouldn't expect in Elden Ring to just go up and one-shot every single enemy altogether at once. When you're dealing with a group of enemies, that is so rarely the case. I just wanted to look up here, though, one more time to make sure that I had... Okay, we did explore fully up here. So now we can drop down to this building. Okay, we've got a big boy Mausoleum Knight waiting for us. Let's use... we'll just run up and smack you. How do you like that? Are you okay with this plan? I'm okay with this plan. I think I'm totally okay with that plan. We do have the ability to summon here. Who do I have equipped right now? I have Oleg. Oleg sounds like a good plan, but I do need some mana, but that's fine. Mana, FP. We are getting our flasks are being refilled on the regular. Wait, does Banish... Hold on. I don't want Banished Knight Oleg to disappear on me. I thought Banished Knight Oleg was who I was supposed to be using here, but it looks like maybe he's intended... The intended usage for Banished Knight is to help me in the area that is behind us. and he may in fact disappear if I go into the building. So I'm gonna try to help you from a distance, my friend, so that you actually don't disappear. The problem is my lightning spear may not be able to reach, so I might have to settle for Frenzy Burst. But Banished Knight Oleg, he's got it going on. He is able to handle his business. So let's let him handle it. There we go. Okay, and we get a flashback. Cool, cool, cool. So the Banished Knight, yeah, if I take a step in this direction, he starts to disappear. So yeah, that's just it's a function, I think, of me being close to the area that's behind us. All right, well, if you have to say bye-bye, then we will part ways. We got a little bit of help from our friend. There's a spirit spring here. Okay, I'm gonna go in that building in a second, but I just wanna go to the outskirts of the map and see what we find. Spirit spring, waterfall that leads us to our doom. I do want to ride that spirit spring eventually. Don't know why that would open, but might as well check. Might as well check while we're here. Let's go in and get the loot. Get the loot. Get the loot, he says. The Smithing Stone 7. Somber Smithing Stone 7, even. Okay, on to the next group of enemies. I do like the idea, though, of taking my Lanciaxis Glaive, putting it to use. It is a perfect time. Perfect time. Oh, no. Well, I said perfect time. I may need to revisit that. They also do disappear on me. So it doesn't look like, at least from what I can tell so far, it doesn't look like not the Masoleum Knights, but it doesn't appear as though the holy beams that come out of our golden land, it doesn't feel like they home in or target in any way the enemy that you are targeting. It doesn't feel that way just yet. We'll keep experimenting. We'll keep trying. No, the fact that you can just knock me out of that with your teeny tiny ass little pickaxe or whatever, the war pick, that I don't. Maybe there is a. I remember in DS3, one of the things we could do, one of the things that we did have access to in DS3, there was a. I did a faith build in DS3, and there was a casting implement that did allow me the ability. To. The ability to do what? What did it allow me the ability to do? It allowed me to get more poise when I was casting my spells. That's what I'm noticing with this Lanciaxis Glaive, as cool as it is. Hey, no, you all weren't supposed to turn around there. That's not how you were. That's not how you were supposed to. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, now it doesn't matter if you all know I'm here, so forget the sneaking around part. Like, with just their little crossbows, they can interrupt me. But if I switch to my hammer, I don't want to two-hand the steel. If I switch to my hammer, on the other hand, and I go golden land on your asses, then it's a different story. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that time you guys did get targeted by the holy beams. Okay. Maybe it does target them. Okay. Maybe they do get targeted in a way that I hadn't noticed yet. We're gonna drink both of our flasks here, so when we kill your butt, we get a flask refill. Okay. All right, we're just killing the Mausoleum soldiers out here. I don't know that it's actually doing anything for us. Is it possible that it would have an effect on the actual Mausoleum? I had already started kind of visually... I was taking a look at the Mausoleum here to see if it had any skulls on it. Doesn't appear to be the case. It looks like it is similar to the Mausoleum that is still sitting out, wandering around in the northern end of Liurnia, which I never did figure out how to bring you to your knees. I don't know that it's a function. I don't think it is related to us, you know, taking you out. Not taking you out. Taking out the, all the Mausoleum Knights. That's not... I don't think that's what we're supposed to do, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Trying to bait him into an attack. Okay. I don't know why I dismounted there. I sort of had this idea that I was going to get a riposte against this guy. Am I getting shot at? I think somebody's shooting at me, but I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I heard arrows raining down on me, but I still, like, it's coming up from the tree roots somewhere, I think. Still not 100% clear, though. Oh, I think we just managed to get lucky here. Because all of a sudden the bell stopped ringing and the Mausoleum has stopped moving. But I think it is just the fact that, as we have seen with the previous Mausoleum, it just is that time of night. It's late night. Mausoleum's late night means that they take a rest. But I don't think it actually has an imp. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. I see a tree root or a tree branch that potentially goes close to that Mausoleum. Okay, I'm intrigued. How do we get up there? There's a lot to explore in this area still, but my main objective has switched all of a sudden to trying to find a way up to the Mausoleum. This is I don't know that we would be able to employ this. Well, let's see if we can actually do this first before I start thinking about other mausoleums. Let's just, oh shit, there are so many guys here. Holy shit. Don't worry about me. Pay no attention to the tarnished on the spectral steed. Oh, there's an archer as well. Okay, hold on. Stay on the move here. And there's basilisks up here. What the fuck? The basilisks are out of control, guys. The basilisk situation is... I don't know if it's beyond repair. We cannot get in. Oh, shit. But there are skulls up here. There are skulls up here. Oh my god. Okay. I think we might have figured it out, guys. We might have figured it out. Is he sitting down? Or is he waking up? It's not morning yet, is it? No, it's not morning yet. Please tell me you are sitting down. I think he's sitting down. Did we figure it out? There's a cave over there. I see an item. Holy crap. We also got knocked on our butts. Whoa. No way. Did the Mausoleum Knights all just die? Because their mausoleum has been brought to rest? Is that what just happened? Did all the Mausoleum Knights in the surrounding area just die? We'll go inside the mausoleum shortly. I think there were still skulls. There were still skulls to deal with there, but we met whatever requisite amount that we needed. Are the Mausoleum Knights gone? The basilisks sure as hell aren't gone. Couldn't have solved that problem. Two birds with one stone. I think the Mausoleum Knights are gone, guys. That is wild. Oh shit, there might be a boss fight over here as well. Oh, there's a Crucible Knight. Motherfucker. You guys. Okay. Maybe it's the equivalent of a boss fight. There's a scarab. There's a scarab. Next to a basilisk. Where'd the scarab go? Where'd the scarab go? Come here. Come here. Okay, he's not... I'm out of mana. I'm out of mana. Fuck me. I was like, why am I not shooting lightning bolts at the scarab? It's getting away. Don't have FP. Somber Smithing Stone 6. That is a really fascinating mechanic. I wasn't even paying attention to my souls. I don't think we got runes. Maybe we got runes for all of the Mausoleum Knights just phasing out of existence. Yo, well, we definitely have to go back. At some point now, we need to go back to the Mausoleum in Liurnia and find out if a similar method can be employed. Did I just not notice that the skulls... I can't even interact with these skulls now? Is that... interesting. Once you've whatever skulls were remaining are no longer interactable. You don't need to, I guess. You don't need to interact with them anymore, and so now the only thing that matters is that you're able to get inside the mausoleum. Do we even... holy shit. Wait. We can actually... all of the remembrances that we have are potentially usable at this mausoleum. Are there some mausoleums where you can just, like, you can only do one duplication, but you could do it with any remembrance? I feel like we had tested this briefly, and we had found that some mausoleums, only certain mausoleums could duplicate certain boss souls, but maybe that's not the case. Okay, so we have a duplication option for all of our boss souls here in the Deeproot depths. Cool. Can't summon Torrent there for some reason. Probably just slightly uneven terrain, and Torrent doesn't want to splinter one of his pretty little hooves. All right, is there anything behind this waterfall? There is an item here. Lightning Great Bolts. Lightning Great Bolts. To go with a great crossbow. Great bolts. What do we need? I guess we picked up some new gear that we should check out. Mausoleum Knight gear. Time has yet to dull their luster. I beg to differ. And we got their surcoat. I didn't even notice that. The surcoat depicts the Mausoleum bell, which rings in constant mourning for the soulless demigods. That's very cool. I was having fun. I was having fun going after the groups of Mausoleum Knights with my, well, trying to with my Lanciaxis glaive, except I have no poise. My poor little... We need to find a seal that gives us poise. Do we have one of those already? We need a way... Or maybe we just need to get better poise in general. I feel like we do wear pretty heavy armor. Shouldn't we have good poise to begin with? Why do we still end up getting so easily interrupted when we're casting our super badass dragon spells? What's the deal? I'm excited to potentially be solving the mystery of that Liurnia Mausoleum. That is, I haven't had that on my open questions list along with like Erudition Light the Way. That one hasn't been burning a hole in my brain, wanting to get that solved in the same way as other mysteries. I see some nascent butterflies. Gimme, gimme. But it is a mystery nonetheless that we can hopefully finally put to rest. There is an item out there. There would have to be an item out there on this branch. Why? Oh, and are there gonna be some like basilisks waiting to just waiting for the ambush here? I guess this isn't DS2, so there's not 4 basilisks and a bunch of Mausoleum Knights waiting just to descend upon me as soon as I grab that item. All right, we're picking up all sorts of fun stuff here, and we can do so now in peace because the area has been cleared of the Mausoleum Knights. We only have to worry about these motherfuckers. Only the goddamn basilisks remain. Just the stupid basilisks. Please do not stand in the death. Do not do it. It's not worth it. Why are there so many basilisks up here, though? Why? Oh, why? Maybe it is time to put back. I actually am going to do it. I'm going to do it. We picked up a new... How much does this actually raise our vitality? We go from 230... It doesn't quite double our vitality, but... Yes. Yes, I will take that. Just to be sure. I know we don't even have a rune arc, but just to be sure that we do not die to the mother stinking basilisks. I can't even say their name hardly correctly because just the alliteration, the pronunciation that my oral cavity must put itself through to enunciate that word. It pains me. So many of these guys. Why must there be so many? So many. I guess we'll deal with this guy first. Of course, there's 2 of you. I gotta be a little bit careful here with the... Oh no, wait, this guy's dead already. He's just... I did do a game reset here when I took a break, so I don't know when I would have killed you, but you... The ragdolling... the ragdolling with... Oh, no. The ragdolling sometimes in this video game. It is amazing. Okay. There are a lot of basilisks that way. I see one actually with glowy eyes after my game reboot here. Although I think maybe that... Why don't we explore that branch first? Because I feel like that branch might... Its purpose might have been just to get me to the Mausoleum. And I did a sprint past all these guys, but let's just be sure about that. Let's make sure. And we will just try to make sure that we're not somersaulting off of a ledge. And in the meantime, we will utilize our lightning spears, hopefully to full effect. As Glowy Eyes gets us 2,800 runes. Yeah. Compared to the normal 566 runes, so that's not bad. Give me my cerulean flask, please. Oh, there is loot up in this tree. Never mind. Tree root. There is loot to be had, as well as another basilisk waiting to greet us. If I can get in range, one of these days I'll be close enough to hit you. Okay, that was... the camera lock disengaged at just the right time there and whipped myself around. Golden rune. Perfect. Perfecto. Anything else to be found? I think though the rest of this path... Oh my god, there is another one. Did he just yeeted himself off, right? Nope, he's still here. Now he yeeted himself off. Okay. Help yourself. I ain't going to complain. This is how we got to the Mausoleum, is it not? There's nothing apparently on the Mausoleum roof, I don't think. I'm doing this without Torrent. Could be better, could be worse. We lose our double jump ability, but we also give ourselves a little bit more control over where we are going in the, at least while we're touching the ground. How will the AI potentially bug itself out? I kind of do like this improved, lengthened death meter, or vitality meter, I suppose. It's not bad. Okay, we've got this guy here. Last of the basilisks, last of the crew. Did not give me a flask refill, so when will we have cleared out the basilisks? When will we have serenity and peace from their constant looming presence? Perhaps never. Perhaps never until we actually just leave this damn place. Realistically, though, would I take basilisks over crucible knights? I think I probably would. Probably not a hard choice. I do think there is an item on this roof, which is why I came up here. I came up here because I had a suspicion that there was going to be an item on this roof. And I do get myself a smithing stone 6. Now, how do I actually get the heck back down? Okay, didn't think that one through now, did ya? I guess I go back to this branch, but this one is pretty narrow. Could I go down to this branch? I don't like either of these options, if I'm being honest. What about directly below us? I feel like all these are going to be a silly science death, whichever way I decide to actually go. God, that is... Holy sh... I barfed a little just now. Wait, there's an item there? Weren't we... Okay, okay. I missed an item over there. I missed an item. First time's ever happened. So let's make note of that. Maybe I can mark it on my map, in fact. Boink. Look at that. Perfect marking skills. So now we take on a Crucible Knight? I guess we take on a Crucible Knight because now we have no more basilisks in this area to quench our never-ending thirst for death. So I think Crucible Knight it is. The only little problem is that Crucible Knights are kind of resistant to holy. So I think I should probably switch to... I could just use Black Flame. Or I think I should also switch to a fire weapon. My good old scale sword. That's probably a good idea. And if we do that, that does mean that we get to equip some heavier armor, which I will do. I will take the opportunity to do so. Give myself that heavier equip load. Maybe we'll go like... Yeah. There we go. There we go. That sounds like a good plan. Oh, well they are giving me... Wait, they're giving me the ability to summon. Well then, let's get Liurnia in the party. If that's how you want to play things, I'm fine with that. I do not mind one iota. Wait, Crucible Knight, it's a boss. Well, we might have Liurnia along for a boss fight, folks. Or a mini boss. It's a mini boss, right? This is Crucible Knight Liurnia, though, a named Crucible Knight. This, I think, might be the other twin. We had Ordovis last time. Don't even think about it. You don't even lay a finger on Liurnia. Don't even think about it, bitch. Okay, now we're getting our ass handed to us. Hold on, hold it. Settle the fuck down, bro. He has so many arrows stuck in him right now. He has so many goddamn arrows. Okay, well. Wait, that was a great enemy felled. Okay. So, guys, I might have broken my rule just a little bit. I might have slightly made an exception to my otherwise steadfast ironclad rule of not using summons for a boss fight. But at the same time, it was a Crucible Knight. Yes, that did say great enemy, but it was a Crucible Knight. We faced lots of Crucible Knights. That one was Liurnia. We now have Liurnia's tree, which is the weapon of one of the two honored as foremost among Crucible Knights. Ordovis and Liurnia sitting in a tree. The primordial form of the Erd tree is close in nature to itself, and this spear, modeled on its crucible, is imbued with ancient holy essence. Okay. Liurnia's Woe, unique skill, thrust the weapon in a spiraling motion, surrounding it in a vortex of wind. Charged attacks have the power to blow away enemies and can fire the tornado forwards. I mean, of course we have to see how this looks. This is another strength faith weapon. Just like the other Crucible Knight weapon that we picked up last time. We have so many cool weapons, guys. How do I choose? How do I figure it out? I broke my rule, but I don't feel too bad about it because Liurnia is awesome. There were so many arrows that it was very fitting because the spiral version of the Crucible Knight already has so many different, like we can see with the spear here, so many horns and different things already protruding. It was just on theme to also just add a bunch of arrows to the Crucible Knight, piercing through the Crucible Knight's armor. Let's try this weapon and see how this works. Siluria's Woe, go! Hold it down. Oh, dude, that is sick. I like this. I like this. Let me read this one more time. Charged attacks have the power to blow away enemies and can fire the tornado forwards. I mean, we have to. We have to try this out, don't we? It's not powered up at the moment, but we're gonna leave this equipped. We're gonna leave it on there. It's even lighter than our scale sword, which means heavier armor. Imagine when I actually re-equip a rune arc, the amount of armor that we'll be able to equip. It will be just... I think I had the ability to actually equip the full Onion Knight set when I did have a rune arc. I just don't really like the look of the Onion. the full Fatso armor set. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing, guys. What can I say? All right, we're going inside of the tree here, and there does appear to be a chest. That was a great enemy. Crucible Knight Siluria. And what do we have in the chest? The other Crucible. The Crucible Tree armor set. we got the Crucible. The armor set that we got last time was... Is it the same? They are called the same. I think we got duplicates of the greaves and the gauntlets. Those are not unique, but we do get the tree armor and the tree helm, which are unique. Yeah, see all the horns coming out of the tree helm. The tree ornamentation is the Knight Siluria's mark, displayed also by her men. That one, it did say, I did get the impression that Siluria was a she. Siluria does sound what I generally think of as a more feminine name. Holds the power of the Crucible of Life, the primordial form of the Earth Tree, and it also strengthens aspects of the Crucible incantations, which we do have equipped. I mean, we could try this out. Let's try it out. You got to try everything on for size at least once. I was not as big of a fan of this one. This one, on the other hand, I mean, it's right. It goes directly with the weapon that we have equipped. Interesting. Interesting. Are we gonna do the Crucible Knight cosplay here? Embrace what you otherwise hate. It's not a terrible look, guys. It's not a terrible look. We'll see. I'm gonna give it a shot. We got a fair amount of runes out of that, and we're ready to level up here. There is that item that we need to pick up as well. So why don't we quickly just check on top of... We're gonna ride this Spirit Spring and make sure there wasn't anything to find on top of this building. Never mind. Whee! There was something to find on top of this building. A stone sword key. Gimme. Gimme that stone sword key. And then get me back down here. Ride the Spirit Spring back on down. And we head up to... We're going to need to upgrade this Crucible Tree Spear. But it's funny that we just happened to... We did the first of the twin... They're not twins, but the two foremost Crucible Knights, Ordovis and Soluvia. We happened to take on one yesterday. Last time we happened to take on Ordovis. And then this episode, we take on Soluvia. What are the chances? Let's actually go back to the round table hold. We're going to go to the round table hold and level up this weapon because I want to try this. I like the ability. I like the skill. We're going to give it a shot. We're just jumping around. I feel the last couple episodes have felt a little helter-skelter with what I have been equipping and using.
Well, where have you been hiding? I took you for no matter lay out your own.
You know me, hiding away, Hugh. That's all I do. Sit and hide from basilisks. Somber smithing stones, as I would expect to upgrade Siluria's tree. We'll get Siluria's tree up to the +4. I have so many smithing stone 5s, I might as well just go for it. Should we upgrade our claw mark to a +18? It would be 12 out of our 33 smithing stone 6s. You know what? We're doing it. We have the smithing stones, and we're going to get probably a bell bearing at some point that gives us unlimited. Because this is Elden Ring, right? Let's go 18 on our seal. Okay, so there we have our upgraded seal, which we can use now to cast our Crucible incantations, because we're wearing the Crucible Knight armor. And we have to see exactly how much that that boosts our shit. So, and then we have to level up. And we will keep going with Faith until we get to the... I guess we only have 2 more levels to go before... Yo, I need 3k more souls. Excuse me. I actually need 3k more souls. I did not realize that fact. Let's do it. Now we will get another point in Faith. Okay. Level 125. Level 125 it is. And now we go back here. Let's actually... Oh, okay. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to check in with the finger reader crone. And then we're going to sit... Well, not sit. We're going to lie in a coffin. You have any thoughts on that?
Golden bow.
That's who said it.
Sentenced to live in death. How could such a thing come to be? Oh.
That's where I heard the term Golden Bow. At the time when I first heard this, I just thought, oh, is this some new spin on the Golden lineage? This is something a little different. I feel like the Golden Bow, maybe it's a spin-off. It's a spin-off of the Golden lineage, except it's the death version. Those who live in death, or the Prince of Death, being the first demigod to die, has spawned the Golden Bow, which is like the death alternative. It's the emo alternative to the Golden lineage. They really couldn't stand the generic pop music that all the Golden lineage people liked. They wanted to spin off their own death metal brand. Okay. We're going to rest in a coffin. It's probably a bad idea. We're going to find out where this... what happens here, though. It's a cool armor set. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty cool armor set. Oh god. Not the first time that we have slid off of slid down inside of a coffin into an unknown place. Just don't be Horsefuck Valley. Don't do it to me, game. Dun, da, 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 da. Undescript location. Okay. That was a dramatic reveal of Ainsel River, Maine. Wait a second. What? Did it just give me a... Did you guys see that? I'm sure you heard it as well. The game just dropped a double title card on us. In case you didn't see it the first time. Ainsel, River, Maine. Wow. Wait a second, we've been here. We've been here before. What? This is... I mean, it did say... It did not lie. We are... Ainsel River, Maine. Alright. So there's alternate ways to get here. You do not necessarily have to complete the whole Ronnie quest line, which gets you access eventually to Renna's Rise and the Sending Gate that takes you to basically the exact same place. You don't have to do that. You could just make your way through Shifra River. You make your way through Shifra River and then through the aqueduct facing the Shifra Aqueduct, and then through the Valiant Gargoyles, and then make your way through the Deeproot Basin or Deeproot Depths and get over here to this coffin that takes you there. Okay, mildly disappointing. Not gonna lie. I was hoping for something new. But that is not what we got. Is there supposed to be something new? It doesn't, like, there's no NPC here waiting to greet us. I don't see any reason for us other than activating a useless summoning pool. I don't know of any reason why I would want to head back through Ainsel River, any part of Ainsel River, Maine, the Ool Palace ruins, the Noxtella Eternal City. We do have part of our many places that we have yet to explore, the Lake of Rot shoreside. So I suppose that could be the game pointing us back to saying, well, you've found another way to the Ainsel River, Maine, and you know how to get through Noxtella. Maybe you want to go check out the Lake of Rot. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe I say, screw that. Take me back to the Prince of Death's throne, where I'm inching closer to actually just taking out Fia. I think the other reason I wanted to hold off on taking out Fia was I just wanted to explore the rest of this zone, including this Sending Gate. I'm kind of hoping this Sending Gate takes us to the other part of the area that we have not been able to access. Possibly. Let's find out. With our 67 runes and no rune arc, there's nothing on the line. This is a risk-free decision. My favorite. Oh, of course, it takes us to Leyendell, the royal capital. That's what I was expecting would happen. Where am I? Am I somewhere where I've been? I don't... Well, I think maybe this is actually the opening to the capital. Because I feel like this is a loot corpse, and there was a piece of loot here. And I think if I go back through here, doesn't this take me back to the initial warp, the initial Sending Gate? Actually, now I'm not sure because there is an elevator here. I thought this was going to take me to the original... The site of grace where we where Bach, where we send Bach to his doom. Is that not the case? Oh, it's actually sooner than that. This is just before that. This was our original. Getting past the, was it the Draconic Tree Sentinel? Interesting. So we have now found the Deeproot path, or sorry, here's the place. Here's the place. Rest in peace, Bach. This is the place where, well, the Deeproot Depths is a place that can lead you to multiple different locations. You can get to Ainsel River, Maine, as well as the capital via multiple methods. So then, wow. I guess we are sort of right below. The Ariza side tomb is right above, or right adjacent to the Prince of Death's throne. Well, then that leaves a couple mysteries, or at least it leaves at least one mystery, is how to get here. This one I don't understand, because it doesn't feel like we can. I did say we are in a risk-free scenario right now. So you know what we could do is we could just try jumping to this one tree root that I was too much of a wuss the other day to do, because I had a rune arc and a bunch of souls on the line. It was really the rune arc that I didn't want to throw away willy-nilly, but now we kind of have a little bit of, or I have a little bit of bravado. I mean, I'm just not even close enough to be able to, there's no way I can reach up to there. I'm never in a million years, with Torrent at least, jumping up to that tree root. And if that is not how I am getting up there to all those patrolling ants, then how the heck am I doing that? I don't understand. Is there some other way to jump? This is not it. I don't think I can walk. No, I can't walk up there. That's not it either. And even if I could walk up that branch, I still think I'm too short to jump up to the branch above it. How do we do this, guys? What's the trick? What is the secret to getting up above? Where do I need to go? That dude had enough. He was too frustrated waiting for me to figure out how to get up to where he was to do battle with him. He said, you know what? It's over. I'm done. This is kind of a little side path, but then it runs out, and there is nowhere else to go. I don't think there is an obvious normal path that I am just overlooking. I just get the sense that this is one of these things that we have, like many of the other, in a game as big as Elden Ring, it's likely, there's a good chance at least, that there is some other completely different part of the game, maybe in the underground, that is going to connect to somewhere up there. This is not the best spot to see this from, but if we get in the right spot, you can kind of see that there's an entire walkway that kind of leads down. My telescope's probably not going to show this. But there is, like, there's also a piece of loot. You can see there's a piece of loot up on the, way up there. There's a piece of loot, like, right above my trickle shield. So, somehow we're supposed to be able to get up here, but I don't think it's from below. If it is from below, I ain't seeing it. And it does feel now like we have been through. We've kind of done all that I can think of in this area. It doesn't feel like, I mean, who knows what I've missed? There's always a good possibility that we have missed something quite obvious. Prince of, the Prince of Death's Throne. Fia. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to do what we are really supposed to do.
Go on. Kill me. You deny us, do you not? Because we deign to live in death, and wish our Lord to rise to glory. I see. Then you must kill me, for I am the companion of Godwyn, Prince of Death. I wish to be a mother to those who live in death. So it is that any loathing, any hatred that overshadows them, I must bear, as a matter of duty, with my own flesh.
I always hesitate at these moments because the nagging feeling of, am I about to screw something up? But ultimately, you've just got to make a call. And I think for Roger, for Dee, for Lionel, and for all the others who you might have hoodwinked, nothing personal.
Is that you, dear?
Is that you, dear? Oh man, I hope I'm not screwing something up. But Fia, you kind of asked for it.
Never stop ravaging the weak.
Oh man, we didn't even get anything as a result. We got like a pittance of souls, no item drop, no bell bearing. I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but she did kind of ask for it. Okay, all right. I'm not going to. There will be residual questions, but I'm ultimately not going to shed too many tears over this moment. Fia, Deathbed Companion. We'll see what happens on another playthrough. We'll see what is in the cards. Oh, wait a second. There is something here. We rest at the bonfire, and we do get something. Oh. Okay, maybe this was the right decision. Inseparable sword, and the twin armor set is back. It's back, baby. As well as Fia's hood and robe. Okay. 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 Maybe feeling a little bit more consolation over my choice. Fia's robe. And hood. Robe of black cloth that covers the entire body, worn by Fia, the Deathbed Companion, on her journey after being exiled from her home. The fabric itself is soft as silk and thin enough that those embraced can feel every pulse, every bit of her warmth. And of course, our good old twinned armor set. No sign of... The only little... No sign of Dee's twin. Maybe another victim of Fia. What happened to Dee's twin? The inseparable twins. Not as inseparable as they hoped. I was really hoping to meet and converse with Dee's twin, but maybe that is not going to happen. The inseparable sword. Sword forged by compounding silver and gold. A sacred weapon to hunt those who live in death. Deals holy damage. The inseparable twins found solace in the Golden Order, the only institution not to revile them as accursed beings. Were they accursed because they were inseparable twins? Why were they accursed? Sacred Blade grants armaments attacks holy essence and fires off a golden blade projectile. The armament retains its holy essence for a while. Sacred Blade. Don't we have an Ash of War? Did we not just pick up an Ash of War on its own that kind of does the same thing? Is that what's on our halberd right now? Our Banished Knight halberd? It is. The Sacred Banished Knight's halberd. So, okay, cool. We might have access to 2 Sacred Blades theoretically now. This does not say unique skill, so it's possible. Well, I don't actually think it's possible that we could take off this Ash of War to use it on something else because it doesn't have the little icon. There's that little icon that shows that there's like an affinity attached to the weapon. And this one, yeah. It feels like it's a more, even though it's not a unique skill, this is a special weapon. This one, it's very cool looking. I doubt that we would be able to... We can test it. I doubt that we would be able to use the Ash of War system on that particular weapon. Because some weapons, even if they don't have a unique skill, are still just a unique enough weapon. Where they don't want you swapping out the Ashes of War. I think it was a sword, right? So it would have been listed up here, and I do not see it right away. Okay, that's yet another cool option that we have in our... the game has, after so many weapons in... After so many things in Liurnia that were sorcery, I was like, the sorcerers are getting so much love here. And I was bemoaning that fact. And then we finally... The game has caught up with us in terms of holy and faith-based stuff, which is awesome. The game gives plenty of love to us clerics, doesn't it? Which I was a little worried about. I think what I had decided in my mind was that the next place we were going to go, once we were done, and it does feel like, even though there's this mystery, I don't know how to get to this other part of the Deeproot depths, but it's going to have to wait for now because it's a mystery. I don't know how to get there. It's an open question. It's going to have to wait. And in the meantime, I think the next area that I wanted to try to make some progress in was the western part of the Altus Plateau. Mount Gelmir, as well as potentially the hideout that Dialos was going after, and maybe Fia is here as well. Not Fia. Raya. Although I think Raya is supposed to be at Volcano Manor. That's another thing, though, that is supposed to be somewhere here in Western Altus Plateau. The question, though, that I have is, where do we get the map? I do not see the usual map clue. on what we have revealed so far, which made me wonder if it is maybe, I don't know, maybe we could vaguely make out. Normally, they're pretty good about kind of just barely revealing the part of the map that has the actual full map on it, so you can make your way there. But this one hasn't really done that yet. And so I'm left to kind of guess where that might be. So I'm going to take a guess and explore in this direction first. Or at least try to make a run for the beacon that I have placed on the map and see if we can find a map that will get us started in Mount Gelmir and the western side of the Altus Plateau. Lovely. These guys are here. Oh boy, somebody just got grabbed, I think. Maybe, maybe not. It's one of the little foot soldiers is fighting. There's actually two of them. Okay, there's a couple of the foot soldiers that are there fighting these quote-unquote inquisitors, which is what I'm still calling them until I know better. Wow, okay, where I'm looking for the map is potentially way... I guess let's start going. I'm not going to be fighting anything just yet. I would like to make point of order number 1 to actually make it to the West Altus map, which means we're going to be running by a bunch of stuff here and only very, very quickly absorbing it. Oh, these poor trolls. I'm so sorry. At so many trolls that have been strung up. Oh, zombie dogs are after us. There's a bridge. A bridge that we cannot pass. Oh. Well, that sort of complicates things. This zombie dog is still after us, and he kind of hurts. Well... Oh, no, are we getting invaded? I think we might be getting invaded. Anastasia, Tarnished Eater. Didn't we deal with you once before? I think we dealt with you once before. I need, That was fun. Drink. It's fun when we actually hit you. I don't know how you missed, or how we missed you. That I need stamina. I need stamina. We're just one more hit here. One more hit, and Anastasia, Tarnished Eater, is out of here. Although, not permanently, perhaps. We get a Sacred Butchering Knife. I feel like this is the second time that we have crossed paths with Anastasia, is it not? We've also picked up our first volcanic stone. Okay. And we're here at a corpse stench shack. I see. So I think the first time, I want to say the first time that Anastasia invaded us was at the... The first time that she invaded us was at... It was way back in Caelid. I'm pretty sure it was way back in Caelid. My mind is, I'm a little distracted thinking about where am I going to find this map. But also, way back here at the Smoldering Church, I want to say that was Anastasia as well. It's been a while. I can't say for sure 100%. But I guess we can at least check this. We can check the volcanic stone. Smoldering rock containing hot gas found on Mount Gelmir. Makes sense. And then we have a sacred butchering knife. Huge carving knife made to cleanly butcher the human body. Signature weapon of the ogress Anastasia, known to have eaten countless tarnished while disguised as a finger maiden. Restores a very small amount of HP when it squarely strikes an enemy. Is this supposed to be... Is this supposed to be an homage to Mildred the Maneater? Is that what we're doing here? I'm gonna quickly Google our friendly NPC from Dark Souls. One second here as I look up. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it called? Yeah, Maneater Mildred, who did carry around a big old. Yeah, that's right. She wore the sack. She carried a plank shield, and a big old butcher's knife. Right. Mildred the Maneater. So Mildred the Maneater found a disguise, but is still. Whoa! Here she comes. Watch out, boy. She'll chew you up. How are we gonna get... I guess we can't go in this direction. I'm gonna pick up this item. Maybe this is a map. Stone sword key. Because if I don't see anywhere... We have, I think, pushed back the fog of war a little bit. But I still don't see anywhere... that we would normally, the normal little indicator that shows, hey, here's the map. This is interesting. Does that guy, I can see there's like a marionette soldier up there who I thought was going to fire at us. I thought he was going to attack us. This is the end of the road. That, Tumbleweed agrees. This is the end of the road, so I don't have any choice. If I'm trying to just find the map, which was my goal, I don't think I would have passed by it, would I? Have they changed? Either the game mechanics have somehow changed all of a sudden, and they don't reveal the map in the usual way that you would think they would. Or what is probably more likely, the more likely scenario, I think, is that we actually just need to go much farther into this part of the zone in order to find the map. I think that's the case. So, let's sit at the site of grace just to make sure that, I don't know, Melina or somebody might offer us some guidance. That's not the case. So, what we're going to do here then, we're going to take that beacon off the screen, and we're going to go back to the abandoned coffin. From here, would it be possible? Is it even possible to... I guess let's maybe survey this countryside a little bit and see what potential... There is a scarab here who I am going to ignore for the moment. I'm gonna pretend that we're not actually doing anything here, other than just kind of sightseeing. I guess I do see a Rosa statue, so we can activate that. We can activate a Rosa statue. I'm okay with this. There's a stone sword key entrance there, right? Did you really need to have a Rosa statue to point you like 10 steps this way to the door? Okay, fine. There's a perfumer here, just chilling. We'll let you live. For now. Don't think you're going to get away with it forever. Where would they be hiding the map? It's so interesting how I'm normally like so Perfumer's Ruins, okay. You know, I had there was a thought. I have to say there was a thought that had crossed my mind. There is a cellar here. A theory that I don't think I had yet verbalized. I had not yet voiced this thought. But I had wondered to myself, is it possible that there is a... I had noticed that the Altus Plateau, the part shrouded in mystery, there is a part of it that is actually relatively close to the Sisters 3. Is it possible that that section of the map would actually house a ruins that may in fact have a cellar? Is this the cellar that our piece of intel has tried to point us to this whole time? Celluvis's cellar. Is that an omen killer I see? That is an omen killer. Okay. We've got a fun little hideout going on here. I still don't want to... I don't want to interact with this fun hideout just yet. What I want to do is I want to find a map. It's so funny that I'm usually like, you know, oh, we're gonna like wait forever before we pick up the map in an area. People in the comments are like screaming like, why don't you pick up the map? And now when I finally actually want to pick up a map, it's nowhere to be found. When I'm actually gung-ho about, hey, let's start a new area, the map's like, nope. Not gonna do it. Aha, there is a cave over here. I will at least grab this warp point. I assume this is just a cave, a sage's cave, in fact. Sage gallery. We'll grab the checkpoint just to have it. But I am pretty sure there's not going to be a map in there. We'll make our way past the broken down entourage to where we first encountered an ancient dragon. Oh, that's right. I was like, let me check the map here and make sure of where I am. I don't have the map. That's the whole point of why we're here, is we're trying to find this stinking thing. Do you wolves know where I can find the map? I do, however, see an NPC. Is this Millicent? Whoa, I would not have expected Millicent to be here. Well, I'm certainly glad that we came back in this direction. Okay, we have this site of grace from before, and I think we actually probably need to fully explore this Lux Ruins. I had just left a lot of this unexplored as I was just the whirlwind tour that I was taking way back when. Millicent. This was, I would not, if anything, I would have expected, like, I'm kind of wondering when we're going to catch up with Hyetta. Hyetta is a mystery that I would have thought that we would have seen her sooner, but more than happy to get an update from Millicent.
Ah, we meet again. In truth, it's been smooth sailing for me. The scarlet rot has stilled since last we met. As such, I've been able to continue my journey. Though rather vexingly, I realized that if I still had my sword arm, I could have aided you in battle.
What battle were you thinking of aiding me with? Yeah, so of course Millicent is potentially a massive character. We've already seen it once, where the game has led us to believe that a character like Margit is just, I don't know, incidental to the story and yet is absolutely crucial and turns out to be somebody much more relevant. I had speculated that this might be Malenia, given the fact that she's missing an arm, but she also mentions her mother, or she mentioned her mother before, and it could be that she is Malenia's daughter. Would you have any interest in the fact that Radagon is Marika?
Now I'm tracing the path Malenia took.
Oh.
After unleashing the power of the Scarlet Rot during her battle with General Radahn in the Caelid Wilds.
Do tell.
I should like to meet her. This vanished woman. I think she's in the north, in the lands that lie beyond the Erd Tree.
Maybe she did not make specific mention about... Let me look at her dialogue here from before. She might not have mentioned anything about her mother. I think that was actually Sage Gowry, now that I think about it. Sage Gowry was the one that said her mother. What exactly did he say? Sage Gowry dialogue. He said something about... Please make certain that little Millicent goes unharmed. Like her mother, she has the stuff to be a great warrior, but commands only one arm and is yet preciously young. It sure sounds like she is Malenia's daughter, especially now that she's trying to track her down. Maybe she just doesn't, she isn't fully aware of the full family lineage and how she's connected to it.
Now, I'm tracing the path Malenia took. She's passed into the lands that lie beyond the Erd Tree.
Okay, is that a reference to... It would have to be a reference to these lands up here, right? The Forbidden Lands? And perhaps beyond? See, here they're giving us... They're showing us where the map is here. There's very clearly a map to be found at that point. And up here, they're also showing us... Here's another map for you to find. Why is it so obscured when it comes to this part of the map? It maybe is back in here, but why have they hidden it so well? Okay, so I will take my my normal break at this point, and then we'll boot things back up and see if Millicent has potentially moved on. Interesting, she is still here. I would have expected her to have moved on.
Now, I'm tracing she's passed into the lands.
Okay. I'll be curious to see exactly where we meet up with her next, or what we might need to do to progress. It's possible that I need to maybe do a lot of backtracking in quite a few different areas that we've been to see what updates we can get to various NPCs' quest lines, since we have done things. You're bound to do things in... Oh, the B-side quivers. It's been a long time since the B-side has quivered. I wasn't... Wait, we're jumping into... I don't want to get into battle right now with the Tibia Mariner. Okay. Whoa, what the fuck? What in the fuck? Whoa. Okay, all right, this is pretty cool, I gotta say. That's a cool new trick. Well, maybe we don't have a choice. Oh my god, we might not have a choice, because the skelly... Oh my goodness, that is a whole new level of skeleton summon. Where is the Tibia Mariner? Okay, I want to give myself a trickle heal, please. And then it probably should be ready to cast... Well, actually, I'd like to find the Mariner. That I had seen the Mariner, and now the Mariner has gone. The Mariner has... Ah, here you are. I thought maybe the Mariner had gone underwater. Perhaps permanently. Not permanently, that wouldn't make any sense. We know how to deal with the normal, those who live in death. The normal-sized individuals. This motherfucker, though. Oh, that is very effective. That is a nice one. That does a nice bit of damage. I like that. Liurnia's, whoa. I'm not even using my Flask of Wondrous Physic, which I should be doing. Giving myself that bonus damage. And you are out of here. I'm not gonna pop the gold pickled foulfoot. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have to do it. We do get some Deathroot. I'm hoping I get a double whammy here on the skeleton crossbow wielding fools. And we do. We get a Deathroot. And we get Tibia's Summons. Okay, so that was... that kind of gave me a little bit of a flashback to... Gosh, who was that guy? Who was the dude? Who was the dude in DS3? The dude with the crown. The big old skelly boy with the crown and the bracelets. That wasn't quite the same... That wasn't quite the same sort of... man, what... Why have I forgotten everything about DS3? I swear I have forgotten so many names and places in that video game. It's not good. But we took out the Tibia Mariner. I wasn't really planning on getting into a fight with one of those, but we have now... Oh, it's a sorcery. I thought this was an Ash of War. I just assumed. We've gotten so many Ashes of War. But we can actually... This is a... Takes 28 intelligence and 20 faith, but it is a sorcery that summons a group of those who lost... Wait, group of those lost in death. Is there some distinction there between those who live in death? 3 skeletons will appear some distance from the caster and attack foes before disappearing. The dead have long been left to wander. What they need is leadership. Just a little bit of leadership for those lost in death, or those who live in death. Whatever the difference may be. I'm going to get myself a Golden Rune 1. And I'm going to get back to what I was trying to do. To get another Golden Rune 1, in fact. I'm just going to get... We have... I don't know how many Golden Rune 1s. There's a whole set of... ruins to... There's another one. Hold on, let's make it a threesome. Oh, baby, a triple. Phrasing? I'd like to activate this Rosa statue. And where's that one pointing? It is pointing back in that direction. So there could be something stashed away in these ruins, which we probably got a title card for. But in the confusion of... Oh, these are skeletons that are assembling. The confusion of having to deal with that new giant skelly summon from the Tibia Mariner, I did not notice that title card, if indeed we got one. What I'm trying to find... I guess there's a Site of Grace here, which I'll take. I am trying to find my way to a map. That's what we're ultimately trying to do here. Where is this gosh darn map, guys? Help me out, game. I need a little bit of... I'm thinking it must be like, I don't know, here? That's where I was trying to get originally, but then a bridge. We were foiled by a broken bridge. So, I guess we'll head in this direction. And see how far we can go. There's a giant scarab over there that I'm going to choose to ignore. Because this is... We have a laser focus. Oh, God. We've got volcanic fissures that are trying to... Oh, there's a golden seed. Well, you know what? You know what? While we're doing this, I'll pick up a golden seed. Because I feel like that might get us a new flask. We may just have ourselves flask number 14. Okay, is that the broken bridge that we were just at earlier? I think so. So now we're already on the other side? I'm gonna look... I do want to go to the left, but I want to look here at this bridge first. Oh, why? Why are there basilisks here? Sure enough, we are on the other side of this. This just makes no sense to me. Why basilisks are hiding in this corner of the map? What the hell? Was there a thing up here? Oh, there is a stone sword key thing here. Okay. We'll make a mental note of that. Jesus Christ. The basilisks just won't. What in the hell? Where exactly did those fall from? We're getting some kind of introduction here, guys, to Mount Gelmir. It ain't what I expected so far. I mean, we're kind of getting the volcanic stuff, but I wasn't expecting falling zombies and basilisks. I could deal with the falling zombies, but why basilisks? Why? I see another side of grace. We're gonna grab it. And then we're gonna take stock. Have we reached Volcano Manor? There it is. Seethe Water Terminus. And the other side of grace was the Seethe Water River. Okay. All right. It's got some anger issues that it's trying to work out. Fine by me. I will, meanwhile, try to work out where. Okay, so I marked the map. It's actually... Wait a second. Wait a second. It's in this direction. Oh no. Wait, how? No. This is gonna be harder than I thought. Maybe. Because similar... Oh my gosh, you know, I just remembered. That just reminded me of another open mystery that we've never solved. Which is how to get to the utmost heights of Liurnia. I'm skipping that item. I saw that item, but I'm skipping it. How do we get to that spot in Liurnia that's way up there? Because now I'm kind of being faced with a similar dilemma. Is this Volcano Manor? This is not Volcano Manor, is it? This is Volcano Manor. Except, how do I get there? Seethe Water Cave. I don't even remember. Is that was maybe the one that was blocked by the Stone Sword Key? What path would I need to take in order to... Would it be around here? In order to get up, what path... We have a mystery, folks, which I may not be able to solve today. We'll find out. Oh, that feels like potentially a boss or mini-boss fight. There's a summoning pool here and a pit of lava for a scary lava monster or some nonsense to pop out of. Come back to that. The fire monks and the fire monks along with the flame chariot. The flame chariot dinguses. We're gonna sit at this side of grace. Somebody talk to me. Oh, okay. Well, we do get our new flask. So, yay. Seathwater, at the Seathwater terminus, we do in fact add flask number 14. And now I'm guessing, if I had to bet, the next level is going to cost us 6, isn't it? Whoa. That's the maximum? $14 is the max? We just maxed out our flasks. Seems like an odd number to stop at. But 14 is an even number, haha. Okay, sure. Okay, the game is designed for us to have 14 flasks. There you go. What the game is also designed to do, apparently, is frustrate and befuddle you as to how to get the map. And maybe that's the design. The design of this zone is such that you are meant to explore it without a map for most of the way. What am I missing here? Because this is not like every other zone so far. Pretty much every other zone that we have come across so far has given us pretty straightforward, easy access to the map relatively early in that zone. Here we go with the falling zombies. Actually, they did fall on my head this time. Beautiful. Love it. Like, is there some... Like, do I have to go... Like, maybe I have to go in the Seathwater cave to get up? Is that possible? Why don't we go in the Seathwater cave? Because maybe, just maybe... Maybe just... I'm gonna have to spend 2 stone sword keys, but that's fine. I got plenty. Maybe there's a world where this cave actually ascends to the plateau above us. Do I get that sense upon walking into the Seathwater cave? Do I get that sense that this is where the first thing, the first place the cave goes is down? So maybe not. Are we being attacked by basilisks? Like, I feel like I'm still getting combat music, so I'm like, the basilisks are coming down the tunnel, aren't they? Guys, I mean, it's possible that the Seathwater cave does inevitably go back up, but what is the deal here? How are we supposed to get here? Which is way up. It is way up high. What am I missing? What am I missing? There wasn't a ramp just leading up. Is this... Fuck, that hurt. That was an owie. Is that... Holy crap, there might actually be a ramp that leads up. I'm so used to these slanted rocks in Liurnia that pretty much always led nowhere. That really kind of got you nowhere. You know, that also just reminded me that we have a mausoleum that we need to check out. Wait a second, we're not going to be able to get up. This is an exit. Ah, what the heck, man? What the heck? Can we not do this? Is there... I mean, there's got to be something here that's not... It's just the game is not presenting an obvious way to get to the map. So the whole plan, my whole idea of, hey, I'm just gonna run in to Mount Gelmir and find the map. LOL, you thought. Oh, there's a, what is this? There is a door over here. Catacombs. We found the Wyndham ruins. This does appear to be the Wyndham Catacombs. There you go. We're finding all sorts of stuff. Catacombs. What the heck? What the heck? Where, oh where are we supposed to go to get the map? What is this? Oh, sacramental bud. Okay, sure. Sure, sacramental bud. It just looked very pale. I suppose it's the lighting out here, but I didn't recognize it. This looks like a dead end. Does appear to be a dead end. Other than Trino Silly, which I'll grab. Ah, you know what? Aha. Okay, I totally did forget about this valley. Okay. I really did. Okay, the valley that's down here, we should run through. I totally forgot. This is the other potential, I don't know, main path that I had put to the side to explore later. Let me go this way. I had put that to the side. I am going to take just a moment to farm some birds, because I am starting to run a little bit short on foul feet. We need to replenish our foul foot stockpile, assuming these birds don't go falling off the edge. Let's try to get some four-toed foul feet while we're at it here. We have maximum flasks, so that is a win. Hi, Millicent. Hello once again. I wish you knew the way that you could point me in directly to get to the map for this place, but we will check this main path. Well, main path. We will check through this area, which could be a main path. This swamp is a little bit suspicious. I feel like there are some crabs in this swamp because I see the little fissures of steam that are, we're not gonna... I do see mini crabs as well, so I think big crabs are definitely going to be found in that little swamp area, but we're not going to fuck with that for now. We're going to just move on forward. We're going to ignore the spectral steed enemy. We will grab some root resin, that's fine. And there's a troll over here. Some hollows scavenging. We did see these guys before. I think from the Second Church of America, which should be nearby. Oh, there's another big troll here. There's also another set of tunnels back there. It's possible that any one of these caves could be what we need in order to ascend. But I have a feeling that if we're supposed to be getting up to the map, it's going to be through just the overworld. Wait, did we already find it? Where am I? No, this is going to this, what I thought might be the hideout of the... Who were the people that Dialos was after? What was their... The Recusants. That's what they were. The Recusants hideout is potentially that place, I had speculated. But I don't want to be going there. I want to be finding a way upward. Is that to be found around here? Maybe not. maybe this is just as fruitless of a search as... Oh, wait, there's a spirit spring. There is a spirit spring, but I have a feeling I've actually ridden this spirit spring before. I think I've ridden this one. Because it just takes me back up here. Yeah. I've been here before. Right over here is the... I hear worm faces. I know where I'm at. Guys, I don't think we're gonna get to the map today. I don't see how this is supposed to be done. There's something I'm missing here. And we're gonna have to explore this area more thoroughly. So I think I'm gonna have to admit at least temporary defeat. That is just a dead soldier that I did see the first time. I think we're gonna have to admit defeat on this front. Unless they're, I'm gonna look one more time past this shack. What was the, I can't remember the name of the place that we passed, but I do see some nascent butterflies up here. I see the nascent butterflies, but that's the end of the road there. Am I being attacked? These guys do not know how to path up this slanted rock. I'll take it. How am I supposed to get up? How do I do it, guys? I'm stumped. I don't know. I don't know the answer. Zombie dog following me? Does not look like it. Even if I could... I'm still in... Oh, okay, I'm not in combat anymore. Even if I could get up this bridge, I still don't think that solves my problem, because I think I'm still below where I need to be. I need to be up here, and I don't see how we do that. So... I think we are going to quickly... I'm going to look one more time from this angle. But I'm not seeing it. I don't get it, guys. I don't understand. There's something I'm missing, clearly. So, with that in mind, with the time that we do have left... I don't know how... I don't know what I'm going to... title this episode. It's a bit of a mishmash at the moment. It does feel like a bit of a mishmash. We will go to the abandoned coffin, and we're going to inspect the ruins, where maybe, just maybe, there is a cellar. Maybe the Perfumer's ruins actually has Seljuvis's cellar or Sellen's cellar. Somebody's cellar. There was definitely an underground portion. I will take the moment. I will take the opportunity here to kill this scarab. Oh shit, we got Sacred Order, Ash of War. All right, cool. Awesome. So that's the thing. Sacred Order obtained. Skill of the Golden Order Fundamentalist Knights. Perform a salute and grant the armament Holy Essence. Highly effective against those who live in death. Nice. Very, very cool. I think Black Flame feel like Black Flame is the way to go against the Perfumers, but I could be wrong. Who in the world was that Perfumer aiming at? Why does that... Oh, it gave a protection bubble to this Miranda plant. That's fascinating. Fascinating. So then it protects you. It like does 90% damage negation or some shit for 1 instance of damage. Maybe. Okay, Perfumer's Ruins. Let's check it out. Regular old R1 does these guys in. Nice. Surprised they're not letting me summon here. I guess the R1 only works if they do not notice you already. If we were not on an elevation, an incline, I might have been able to hit those Miranda plants behind. Let's see if we can get a backstab on the Omen Killer. I'm liking this this Siluria's treat. Nope. Okay. All right, Capra Demon wannabe. Yo. Okay, we got the rest of your outfit. The Omen Killer digs, if you will. Very descriptive. The robe actually has a little bit more to it. The robe worn by the Omen Killers, Butchers of Twisted Conscience. Its thick apron is worn in remembrance of Rollo, the progenitor of the Omen Killers, and a perfumer of antiquity. That's right. Rollo used to be a perfumer. Oh, there is a dude. There's not just a chest there. There's a Dark Souls chest there. I kind of like this R2, this sweeping R2 move. We can cleave some enemies with that. I like it. Dude, there is a goddamn Dark Souls chest here. And a perfume bottle. Let's get our beacon off the map. Well, of course we have to. If it is a Dark Souls chest, I am required by law to try to hit it. Even though I did see the chain was pointing away. A Perfumer's Cookbook 1. Nice. What does that give us? A Spark Aromatic and an Uplifting Aromatic. Let's find those. Spark Aromatic. Use FP to scatter sparks in a wide area. We've seen that attack many times from the Perfumers. Though fire was prohibited to those who served the Erd Tree, this rule was forgotten as the war drew ever on. Desperate times. And the Uplifting Aromatic. Use FP to raise the attack power of the user and nearby allies, while also reducing the damage from one incoming attack by half. Oh, so I think this gives them the bubble, although only by half. I feel like the enemies, when they have it, it reduces it by a lot more than just half. This aromatic has an extremely potent morale-raising effect that makes those accustomed to it fearless in the face of death. It was this influence that made the Perfumers exceptional commanders. Okay. I kind of want to try that. It does take Arteria leaves. But I do like that. That effect sounds very, very interesting to try. Should we just craft a bunch right now? I can only have 2 of these because apparently I have crafted the acid spray mist. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's equip. Let's put the acid spray mist here on our quick items, and maybe I will use it. I don't know if it's the best place to be using it against perfumers. Oh, that running R2 was kind of interesting. I like that. We give like a whole, oh my gosh, we really get into it. The running R2. Huh. Compared to just the standing still sweep motion. Huh. All right, we're slowly working our way here through the Perfumer's ruins, and I think back to where I did see when we first got here, there was a cellar. Let's take out this, let's work on taking out this plant. Oh my gosh. I really need fire. I'm gonna be poisoned. God damn it. No! I thought I was falling off a cliff just now for some reason. Hold on here. Hold on. Can I not? Oh, I was gonna say, can I not switch to my I need to use. I'm going so slowly here. Like to use my poison. There we go. Use my neutralizing bolus, and then black flame is what I want against this guy to stop him from spewing his. Oh, that's actually very effective. Let's just keep using black flame. Keep using this shit. Fire's good. Fire's the way to go against the Miranda. The big Mirandas. The little Mirandas, we can just cleave them out with our tree spear. Another perfume bottle. Nice, nice, nice. Get ourselves another golden rune 1. Very important. And there is an item hiding back here that I almost missed. Some nascent... A nascent butterfly. Okay, we're about to go down into the cellar after I make sure that we found everything else that there is to find out here. Who knows? This still may not be the cellar that I'm looking for. And all my hopes and dreams are about to be dashed upon the rocks once more. But let's find out. Oh, almost missed you. Okay. There is a door to open. And a chest. Okay. Okay. Perfumer's Talisman. Raises potency of arts employing perfume. There are gardens known only to the perfumers, whether hidden on the fringes of the highlands or obscured by shadows inside caves. The flowers blossom in secret, waiting to impart their scent. So this just boosts all of our... It's kind of an interesting talisman, because I don't remember... There's no... So far, there's been nothing that has, like, boosted the power of our fire bombs or holy pots. So we have a talisman now that actually just boosts perfume arts. Pulling out my sentry's torch here to see if there's anything hidden down here. But it does look like it is just a room with a chest. All right, so this is not Celiubus's cellar either. Sag. But, okay. Alrighty. I think, it's a little bit early. But I think this is where we will wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. Because, yeah, I think it's time. We still have the mystery of where to find this goddamn cellar. That is still a thing. We also, however, we did accomplish some things today. We kind of dealt with Fia. I'm not totally sure how I feel about it. But I suppose Fia, we have enacted some semblance of revenge on Fia. Something tells me that she is not completely out of the picture. it's still very puzzling that that area, this place here is called, this is not it, it's over here, that this place is the Prince of Death's throne. I was expecting Godwin to be a boss fight. Maybe that's not the case. Don't know. But we were also very, very flummoxed by Mount Gelmir. It's the first time in the game where the map for the area feels like almost at the end of the zone. And it's really not clear to me exactly how you are meant to get there. And so perhaps we will continue progressing in Mount Gelmir or the west of Altus Plateau. Perhaps we will do that even without a map and see what we find at these various locations that we've been sort of surveying at rapid pace. We did cross paths with Millicent, which is exciting to get an update to her questline. And otherwise, yeah, we're at a bit of a crossroads here in terms of how I want to progress with the game, because we have a very obvious main quest that we could continue with. But I do feel like I'm at the point in the game where I want to try to wrap up loose ends like Lake of Rot. Although, I mean, these are like whole new zones, so it's hard to say they're loose ends. But focusing on things that are not necessarily main quest, because I want to do it all. And it feels like we're supposed to focus on these areas and get those done before moving on to the real next meaty portion of the game. At least that's what my instinct is telling me. But we've run up against this interesting conundrum here. How are we going to tackle Mount Gelmir? I'm sure I will. I know I will rest on it and ponder the mystery. And as we always try to do, hit it with that fresh brain energy. You know, okay, I did realize that there was one other thing that we were thinking about taking a look at here before we wrap up, which was this other mausoleum. Maybe we can get one win under our belts here, since we did finally figure out that there is another way, sort of another way. It's kind of similar to the first way that we used to pacify the mausoleums. There is a way that is somewhat related that we could potentially use to pacify this one. The only question is, how do we do the same thing that we did when it came to the mausoleum that was in the Deeproot depths? There was a very straightforward path that the game gave us to... dude, I can see them. I can see them. I don't know if you all can see them right now. I have to zoom in. But there are skulls there. Are we supposed to snipe these skulls? Are we supposed to do some archery and snipe some skulls? Could potentially do that. We could potentially do that. Re-equip Erd Tree Bow. Time for the Erd Tree Bow to shine. I did remember, apparently the last time that I was here, I did remember to leave this elevator at the bottom to give myself the convenient access to the mausoleum. I don't even need to elevate myself, do I? I was thinking I might need to elevate in order to get a better vantage point. But now I think maybe I just need to be close enough. That's my main concern now. I just need to be close enough. Didn't we try this before, actually? We did something before. I am nowhere near close enough. We did something before where We were trying to shoot. We were trying to shoot the... Oh, that's what we need to do. We need to wait for night, for late night, which was getting close. I think we need to wait for late night and this thing just stops. Because otherwise, when this is moving around, it's going to be pretty, maybe not impossible. But it might be really, really difficult for us to hit the skulls when this thing is moving. It might actually be impossible because as I'm trying to aim higher, I actually can't aim any higher. So, yeah, is this what they want us to do? Or there's a spirit spring here, isn't there? It's way far away though. The spirit spring, I think, is too far away for us to get on top of the mausoleum. Maybe? Okay, well, we're close enough to late night where I'm gonna take a moment and wait around for the mausoleum to chill out. Because either we have a spirit spring to get on top of the mausoleum, or we can maybe snipe skulls from a distance. And so one way or another, I think we can do this. We just need a little bit of time. All right, there goes late night. From night to late night. This should be the point where you decide to settle down. Right? Chill out time for our mausoleum, dude. Hello? Maybe you didn't get the memo. Is it maybe it's not just late night. Maybe you actually have to get to like the second half of late night. Oh god, this is gonna be waiting around even a couple more minutes here. I mean, we don't necessarily have to wait for this thing to stop moving in order to use the spirit spring, right? We could try this. I feel like the spirit spring is too far away, but we could give it a try. Oh my god, this does take us way up. That was a lot closer than I thought we were gonna get. Can we try that again? This is a much more powerful spirit spring than I gave it credit for. Holy crap. Oi! Ah! I am half expecting us to take a fall death because we're getting our descent is somehow being interrupted by colliding with the mausoleum, and therefore we're losing our ability. Oh shit! Oh shit! That's all we had to do this whole time. Also, it might have finally calmed down. I think it might have finally actually hit its late night rest period. We did it, guys. We actually did a thing. We can call this episode of Elden Ring a success. Because we figured out wait a second. It also just comes close enough. I don't think I realized it's close enough to where the gravestones, you can descend right to it because it actually walks close enough. It actually just walks close enough naturally. We didn't even have to do the spirit spring shenanigan. But, you know, where there's a will, there is often multiple ways. Multiple ways to skin... Oi! Skin a mausoleum. Oh boy. Let's see what remembrances we get to mess around with at this one. It shows all of them as well. Interesting. I'm just very, very curious now to check very quickly check. We don't have to go that direction. We go this way to the mausoleum compound and see one more time exactly what we have access to at these mausoleums. Remember which direction to go here. just remind myself. I thought for sure that each of the mausoleums had their own particular... This one... Some mausoleums are different. This one only shows us the remembrance of the regal ancestor. And yet the ones with the bells... Did these guys have bells? I don't think these guys had bells, but I'm not sure. They might have had bells too. The ones that are more difficult to bring down, at least, let you potentially duplicate any remembrance. Although I would presume still only once. So, with that is where we will wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. Mausoleums are finally at a maximum chill. At least the ones that we know about. Are there any mausoleums that we don't have pacified yet? I think that's all that we know about so far, and I'm sure we only still know a sliver of what there is to know in Elden Ring. I'll probably be looking off camera to try to figure out how to get to the rest of Mount Gelmir. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Or we'll just start next time and explore a zone all the way through without having a map. It'll be like a challenge run, kind of. But not an enjoyable challenge run. Actually, is any challenge run enjoyable? Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.